Hey friends, it's Sin. I'm back to do another review for Married at First Sight. This is for season 11, episode 4, What Happened Last Night. So this was a good episode. It was entertaining. I was laughing sometimes. So I enjoyed this one a lot. And I'm going to start off with Amelia and Bennett. So it's the night after the wedding, and Amelia and Bennett are at the hotel, and Bennett is helping Amelia untie her dress. And you know they strange and cute and hilarious. So he untying the dress, Amelia's singing a song about untying her dress, and they enjoying themselves. And we do see Bennett say to the camera that he just feel like it's going so well that it's kind of like he died and went to heaven, and that when he was younger, if things were going so well, he would assume that he had died and went to heaven and that it was a trick that he was alive. That's so sweet. And I think he's so strange and quirky. But I really don't even think that's that weird. Shoot, when I was younger, I used to think that if things are going too well, I was in a dream. So, you know, that's not even that bad. But yeah, they get the dress undone. They put on their night clothes. Amelia got her little footies. Bennett got his little nighttime little mustard dress. It's so cute on him. I really do love how free he is and how he does not care about what people are gonna say, and he want to wear and make him comfortable. So he got his little night dress on, and then they go to sleep basically. And the next morning, everything is still going well. They said that they didn't consummate the marriage, but it's going well. Bennett in his little PJ dress, and he done wrapped his feet up in his arms, and he talking about now he a carrot. Honestly, I was cracking up. Like, I don't know why so many things happen, but I was like, a carrot? Yeah, he's hilarious. So I just feel like they're getting along really well. It's really cute, and they're like quirky and witty. So I think it's just going really, really well for them. So after that, they have to meet each other's families, because you know Lifetime is doing that new thing where they meet the families separately. Before they were meeting the families together. So meeting the families separately. Amelia goes to meet Bennett's family, and you know Bennett's mother is just hilarious and a drama queen. Like literally, she acts like she's in a play all the time. She gives Amelia these little lollipop for shows like dum-dums, and she's like, yes, it's a representation of your love, and savor every last lick and scene. No, she be going in. And Amelia is just like happy about it, and they just seem like they're all getting along really well. Amelia's holding Bennett's sister's hands. She's also holding Bennett's mother's hand. So it's going good. Only little hiccup that pop up is that his sister says, just letting you know, Bennett don't really want to have his own children. He think it's unethical. He'd rather adopt. Amelia's looking slightly alarmed, but she's like, you know what? I'm not going to get crazy. I'm just going to talk to Bennett about it, and we're going to see, what it's about. So that's basically what happens with them. But Bennett's mother is really happy to have Amelia in their life, and she just feels like she's gonna fit in so easily. But then Amelia does talk to Bennett, and she does find out. He says originally he would like to adopt a child because it is ethical, but he says he did realize that if he married someone that wanted to have children, he would do that. So it seems like this isn't an issue, and they're gonna stay being cute. And Amelia even said, she's into adopting, she just don't know how that would go. So, they're going strong, still think this is gonna last. That's what I'm sticking with them. So we'll see how this like a friendship and quirky relationship blooms, because it's gonna be cute. Then it's Olivia and Brett, and they're back in the hotel. They're like pulling their suitcases out, getting ready, for bed and everything. And Olivia's like, wait, we don't put suitcases on the bed, right? We don't do that. And I'm so glad she said this, because so many episodes in this freaking Married at First Sight, I've been like, why are there disgusting, dirty suitcases on the bed? It bothers my soul. So the fact that she brought this up, I was really happy. And Brett was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna agree with her. She would know more because she's a nurse. No, because it's common sense. But yeah, whatever, whatever you want to go with. But Olivia is really excited, oh my god, to be with Brett. She's like, oh, he is checking off boxes. He is so great. And she's like, thanks, experts. I'm like, girl, don't be thanking them so early. You don't even know the setup they done put you in. Don't thank them for Brett, because you're going to be yelling at them pretty soon. What is my cat doing? And Brett is really happy to be with Olivia as well. He's like, yeah, she's so feminine and graceful. And I just feel like she's such a good person. I'm like, yeah, and what you're gonna do is ruin it. Because you're not a good person. So he's just like, I just can't believe it's just, going so well. And that she's just this great human. And you're not. It's just like, I don't understand. Like, how you from the garbage, but you want somebody to be good? He do not deserve to have a good person. He really don't. Then the next day they go to meet the parents, So Olivia is meeting with Brett's family. It's actually not his parents, it's his brothers. And they mad annoying, as always. One of the brothers is like, yeah, I had, did some snooping on you. Snooping, not so crazy, because, like, everybody want to snoop. They want to know who somebody's married to. Even though I know the show probably does background checks. We know they pick trash people. So, like, whatever that they did that. But he's like, yeah, we cool when you worked. And they all had good things to say about you. Like, don't be calling people job. That's mad ridiculous and invasive. Like, no. So I think he went overboard with calling her job, and yeah, he shouldn't have did that. Maybe he pretended to be someone professional, but I just feel like, no, like, back up. You're doing a little too much. And Olivia does discuss with his brothers that, she's indifferent to having children. She's just like, I'm trying to live my life. I want to have, enjoy myself. And if children happen later on, that is fine. And his brother's like, yeah, that's good. That's cool. That'll be fine with Brett. So that's basically the major things that comes up in that conversation. Then we see Brett with Olivia's family, and they're grilling him. They want to know, like, okay, they're like, Olivia grew up Christian, so what about you? He all stuttering, and he's like, yeah, like, I believe in those Christian values, but I'm not Christian. I don't do, like, religion, organized religion. And he says he's agnostic. And the family actually end up liking him. I don't know how he ends up charming people. I'm so confused. They're like, yeah, we feel like we could trust him. He's going to take care of Olivia. I'm like, trust this guy? Like, no, you can't. Also, y'all, what happened to Brett Eye? He has like this red thing underneath. I was so confused when he got there to meet them. I was like, what is that on his face? Like, did he get punched in the face? I don't know. That man drink a lot. He might have just ran into something. I really don't know. But Olivia is too excited for this, and her family is too. They all are going to be disappointed. And he might get beat up. He might have another black eye by the end of this. Because this is not going to go well, as I continuously keep saying. And Olivia's father's like, yeah, I like him. He's a man's man. I hate that term. People love that term on freaking Married at First Sight. I want a man's man. And every time somebody wants a man's man, or they describe a man's man, whatever the F that means, they're always a bad person. Every single time. Every season someone asks for a man's man, a woman asks for one. They got a quote-unquote man's man, which means a typical piece of trash person. I'm not sure what they was asking for. They want them to go outside and chop wood. I guess it's a man's man. But they always end up toxic and rude and controlling. So I just feel like this whole man's man thing needs to be done. Her father saying that, I was like, a red flag. He's a man's man, whatever that means. But man, you don't want your daughter with that. Have you not seen the show? Have you not seen the man's that's been in here? It's not been good. That is not. Then, Olivia and Brett are getting ready to go to their trip to Mexico, and Olivia is just like, I always wanted to go on vacation. It's gonna be good, and I just didn't think I would be going on vacation with my stranger husband. I cracked up just because this Lifetime, it may be Married at First Sight, but y'all know these Lifetime movies be having titles like that, My Stranger Husband. It sounds like she is freaking in a thriller, and he gonna like drop her off in the ocean somewhere. They're gonna take that title now after they hear her say it, because they like that corny stuff. But that's it. They get to Mexico and everything. All the couples end up getting there. They also did not consummate the marriage, even though Olivia was excited. She was trying to, get it on with him, but it just didn't happen. And I'm glad, because she don't need to be dealing with him that early. That man, I'm gonna have to pray for Olivia. This is, I think things are gonna go south already on the honeymoon. I just feel like people that's as trash as Brett, he's not even gonna be able to put up this front for long. And he does say like, oh, I just can't believe this is so good. I just gotta make sure I don't mess it up. But you will. And I just think it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. Then it is Miles and Karen. So Miles and Karen are in the hotel room and they're relaxing. Karen basically passed out at that wedding, the roller coaster ride that it was, all the emotions she was feeling. It was too much for her. She is passed out in the bed. Miles just laying, like kind of next to her. And Woody and Amani come knock at the door to say hi to them. And they, just say hi. And Miles is really excited for Woody. He's like, oh, he looks really happy. And they're just excited for each other. And then Wood and Amani leave. So they basically just go right to bed. So we know they ain't consummate the marriage either. And the next day they get up and they are like really still happy. Karen says that she's really happy with him and she's really comfortable and more comfortable than she thought she was gonna be. She says he's a real gentleman, he slept on one side of the bed, she slept on the other, no type of pressure, as it should be. So she said it went well. So they're still a cute couple. I'm still rooting for Karen and Miles. And they do meet up with each other's families. So, y'all, Karen go see Miles' family, and his mother is too much for me. She just is too much for me. So they're talking to Karen and they're like, yeah, the family's like, they really don't like her, his sister, his father, but his mother, she's like, yeah, I'm an overbearing mama and I need to just know, what's going on with my son, just doing too much for me, just too much. And she's just like, yeah, how are you with submission? And the father looking like, lady, did you just ask her that? She's like, not the BDSM. Well, we knew that's not what you were saying, lady, hopefully. But she's just like, how are you with submission? Huge eye roll. Karen is fine with this, but I hate when people do this. Like, what? That's what you're gonna ask her? So Karen is fine with it though. Don't know why. But she like, yeah, I'm fine with it. He can be the head, he can make decisions, but he needs to take me into account as well. Or y'all could just take each other both into account and both make your decisions. But you know what? That's her business that she want to be in that type of relationship. The good thing is that Miles seems like a really kind person, so I don't think he would take advantage of this type of situation with this whole leading thing. Like, leading where? Where are you going? I don't think it's gonna be anything bad because he seems like a actual kind person. But just the question bothered me, and that wasn't really why I said she was doing the most, just because of that. After that, she's just like, my son is really kind, and sometimes people take his kindness as a weakness, and are you really ready for this? Because if not, you could just return him, and I'll pick up the pieces. Lady, is that your son or your man? That just sounded creepy to me. It sounded creepy. It did. I don't like when people do that. There was another season, dang, I can't remember who it was, where the mother kept saying, like, and I'm the queen, right? I'm number one. And I was like, that is just, you was being strange. You gotta stop. And I just feel like his mother is doing that. She's being really strange and she needs to not. Like, it's too much and it's creepy. I don't like it. And I'm pretty sure Miles wouldn't appreciate her doing this either. So Karen's just looking like, okay. She says it's all right that she cares a lot about Miles and that it didn't really bother her. I guess, girl, because me, that was too much. She was doing too much. You gonna submit? Tell me now, because you could bring him back, and I'll just pick up the pieces. First of all, bring him back. She said something like return him. He's not a toy. He's not a purchase. That's her husband now. Like, how's she gonna return him? There ain't no dang receipt. I just think the whole thing is strange. She made it seem like he was an object, and then she also made it seem like, I don't know, just like something somebody would say if they were in a relationship with him. It creeped me out. But that's all I gotta say with the mother. But I wasn't with it at all. But Miles meets Karen's mother, and Karen's mother, y'all know, she like, listen, I wasn't down for this process. I don't even like this like that. I wasn't ready for Karen to be getting married. But she looking cute as always, Karen's mother. She had that girl hot for goddamn Miles. She was not playing. She like, how you gonna treat my daughter? And you gonna be doing it right? And is everything gonna be going good? And Miles always got the good answers. But like, I really believe they're from his heart. They're not like made up. And he's just like, yeah, I always wanna put Karen first. I wanna make sure she's comfortable. And Karen's mother really does say like, she does really like Miles and she liked him from the beginning, and he's really warm and really kind person. And she's like, listen, if Karen don't like you, you need to tell her to talk to me because she need to like you, and that don't even gonna make no sense. So this meeting went well. She was a little, like stern in getting questions out of him, but she still does like him and express that he's a nice person. But besides that, they do get ready to go to Mexico. Karen got her hair in braids and look cute. And they're on their way to Mexico, and they get there, and I think they just like lay down. That's really it. Then we're gonna get on to Woody and Amani. So they're really happy. The chemistry's going well. They are in the hotel. They spend the night, They do not consummate the marriage. But yeah, things are going well for them. And I am still praying that Woody can get it together. Like I'm telling y'all, he a good person. He seems like a nice person. I am praying that he can keep it that way and be ready for marriage, which I don't even think he's ready for. But yeah, they seem really happy with each other and they have great chemistry. And I noticed Wood's accent now. I love Black Louisiana accents. I could not hear it at first. And I love it. He like, oh, we're gonna see what's cooking today. All right, don't judge me. I can't do the Black New Orleans accent, but I love it, and I love hearing it. Every time he goes screen now, I'm like, oh, so cute. It's one of my favorites. But the next day they have their breakfast, and Woody starts smacking on his food. Amani like, whoa there, buddy. Like, don't do that. That's my pet peeve. Don't be smacking. He like, oh, it was good. Amani's like, the croissant was not that good. Agreed. Hate smacking. Like, I could just picture throwing a chair at somebody's head when they smacking. So me and Amani, we here with it because it's not good. He needs to not smack. But they're having a good time. They meet up with the families. Amani meets up with Wood's family, and they really do like Amani. She do get some alarming information. His mother is like, listen, he do get angry when Amani asks about his anger and how he deals with it. And she like, I done seen the devil come out of him. And Amani like, excuse me? The what come out of him? Like, I ain't signed up for this. So she's doing her little interview, and she like, I ain't signed up for that. Like, I don't deal with people yelling at me. I don't do that type of stuff. So I'm gonna hope that don't happen. And then the mother asked her, like, how would you deal with him and, fix that anger? And Amani looking like, I know fix it, rapper. I don't do that. She just was like, listen, I don't deal well with anger. I would be like, you could come back when you know how to talk to me properly. Yes, girl. That's exactly what you need to do. So I feel like his mother kind of wanted her to say she was going to calm him down. I'm like, no, it ain't her job to do. She said she's going to walk away, let him calm down, not yell at her. And then they could come back and have a conversation, which I think was a good answer. And Wood's mother got the Black Louisiana accent too. I just love it. I just want to hear her talk all day. But that's it when she goes to meet his family. Then Wood meets Amani's family, and they're making sure he's a good person. They do like him. They're gonna make sure that he's going to take care of Amani. They're doing a light sear. They ain't grilling, just a light sear on him. And he does answer the questions. He looks down a little too much for me. Which is why I say he's not fully ready. He does look down too much when they're asking him about how he's gonna be, but he does look up in their face when he says like that he really does like Amani, that it's going well, that he does want to stay married, and he don't want to be, remarried. He really want to do this for the end. He does look up for that. So, like I say, he's trying, but I hope it go well. He do spill the tea though on his previous relationships. They asked if he had been in a long relationship before. He's like, yeah, for 4 years. They're like, what happened? He's like, oh, we had communication problems. Oh, we both cheated on each other. I was like, what? I'm like, well, at least he being honest. And he explained that that's not how he is anymore. He wants a monogamous relationship. He was younger. They both cheated, but that's not what he's trying to do anymore. And, he charms his family. They're like, okay, Wood, we believe you. Be good to, our daughter. So it goes fine. Amani and Wood meet back up, and Amani's just like, I heard about your devil anger, and I'm out with it. And Wood is like, I did have issues with anger. I had to really deal with my problems, and I went to counseling, and I know how to deal with my anger way better. And I am really glad he said that. I'm glad he went to counseling and he could deal with it better, because it is good that he dealt with that issue that he was having, and if he's come up again, he need to go back to counseling. But like all the other couples, they go to Mexico, and Wood is like, yeah, I keep getting notches on the chastity belt or notches taken off. I don't know. One of them. Because Amani said when he was writing in his journal, she's like, ooh, a notch off the belt. And he did something else. He's just like, I'm just going to keep being myself and a notch going to keep coming off. But I'm glad he just said he's going to be himself. And they will just naturally end up having sex. It won't be nothing forced. So it seems to be going well for them. Y'all, I'm rooting for this to go well. I really want it to. They so cute. That accent I love. And I love Amani. She's just adorable to me. So I really just want this to go really well for them. But we'll see. I am fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Then it's Christina and Harry. And I'm just laughing because I just feel like the whole situation with them is just a mess. And it's just hella awkward. So... they're in the bed, and now we're seeing in this episode that it's Henry that's more awkward than Christina. But you know, Christina's got a bad personality, like I said. But they're in the bed. Christina just like she said to the camera that she really wants us to be nice and that she wants to feel desired. And they're just sitting in the bed like awkward as hell. Like it's just it's so cringeworthy. Henry is just poor soul. He just he real nervous. You can just tell he's a little awkward, a little anxious. So you know they basically just go to bed. But Henry does say that he feels like this marriage is off to a better start than he thought, and I'm like, oh, what is it? I'm confused because it don't seem to be going well to me. But if he think it is, that's fine. And Christina also seems more optimistic than I understand. She's just like, yeah, I'm excited about things and I think it's gonna go good. But I don't even know how to believe her. Is she excited or is she just lying? You know how we get those mad at first sight people that just pretend like everything is going well for the camera? I'm not sure which one it is with her. Let me know if y'all think she's really excited because she's really optimistic and she just wants to be in a relationship, because I've said that about her. I know she just wants to be in a relationship and act like it's a movie, or it's just kind of faking it for the camera. I'm not really sure. It's really strange with Christina. But she does ask him like, oh, have you ever traveled anywhere? Where do you like to travel? And Henry like, oh, I like going to DC, Virginia area. It's real nice over there. And she's just like, okay, like that's it. But like, okay, he don't travel a lot. That's all right. He's like, I want to travel more, but I haven't. And she's like, oh, he hasn't been out of the country. Eye roll. Christina's like, I've been everywhere. Here she go, talking about herself and just going in. I've been to Iceland and Australia. I've been to Atlantis in the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Like she was going, I've been to the moon. I got friends everywhere on Mars, girl. Nah, she was going in those, getting on my nerve. She just kept talking about how she got friends everywhere. Ain't she a flight attendant? She's boasting about all this traveling like she don't be on flights for work. Of course you're gonna travel more than him. It's your job. Of course you went to more places than him. It's your job. And do she really have friends everywhere with that personality? I think she's lying. I don't believe her. But she's like, I've been to Mexico. I don't know. She lives in so many places, I'm telling you. She said the moon too. Because she's been everywhere, you know? She's Christina. She's seen the world. She experienced everything in all the cultures. Everything was great. And she's better than Henry, basically, she said. So they meet each other's families, you know, the next day. And Henry's conversation with Christina's family is awkward because he's just an awkward guy. I think they like Henry, but it's just like a kind of awkward conversation. And then Christina is talking to Henry's family and trash Henry's father just being garbage. Like before he was getting on my nerve, but it's like, it's ridiculous. It's becoming very apparent that he really doesn't like his son. It's not a joke. He's making it seem like it's a joke, but the man is just rude, you know, and it's ridiculous. It really is. He's like, really? People say all this nice stuff about Henry because the family's saying nice stuff about Henry, obviously. And the father's like, people say nice stuff about him, but honestly, he's overrated. He pouts a lot. He has a lot of hair. He looks like a bear. I was just like, that's what you want to say about your son to his new wife? And also on, you know, national television? It's rude. It's completely rude. He's so mad that Henry is so much different than him. And that he's not this, as this show loves to say, man's man, you know, like rude like his father. And it just makes him upset, and it's really annoying to me, honestly. I don't like him. And what's really telling is Christina's like, I love his father. He's a hoot. Oh my God, you'll never know what he says. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, of course you like his father. He's a mean man and you're a mean woman. Y'all say things that are rude and y'all don't have good personalities. Of course you like him. Of course you think it's funny that he says bad things about his son as a joke. And you think it's cute or funny. You know, like, what? Something wrong with her and him. And she brings up traveling again to his family. She's like, yeah, I'm excited to travel with Henry. He hasn't been out of country. And I've been a lot of places. Mexico, Amsterdam, Iceland, the UK, everywhere. Everywhere you can think of, I've been there. And she's like, and once you've traveled first class and laid down and had a bed and sheets and a camp, whatever the freak she's talking about on the plane, you can never travel differently again. Girl, can you really stop? It's very annoying. I want you to shut up. She's doing what she considers a humble brag, but it's like, hold the humble, because she's just bragging, but you're a flight attendant. I bet you that freaking first class flight was on sale. And even if it wasn't, okay? Not everybody could afford a first class flight. Okay? Like, she's getting on my nerves. My gosh, she's getting on my nerves. I was being nicer about her personality. Last time I reviewed it, I was trying to give her a benefit of doubt. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Because it was her wedding, she was nervous, but she's irking my nerves. She really is. So they freaking get to Mexico, because, you know, all the couples are going to Mexico. And they have either the cameraman is there or they have a camera pointing at them. And they're about to toast, and they're toasting with mezcal. And Christina's like, oh, I can't believe you've never had mezcal. I know more things than you, Henry. You're an idiot. That's what she says. And Henry's like, what is it, like a Moscow Mule? Obviously, he probably doesn't drink a lot. I've had Moscow Mules, and I couldn't remember what alcohol was in it. I just know it's ginger beer in there and lime. But she's like, no, that typically has vodka. Okay. Right, and she tries to describe mezcal, and what cracked me up is she wants to act like she's so much better than him, but I feel like she didn't even describe it properly. She's like, oh, mezcal, no, mezcal is like tequila, but it has a lovely taste. Girl, but I thought you was cultured and you know everything. Mezcal is like tequila. Tequila and mezcal are both made from the agave plant, but mezcal has a smokier flavor is what I would have said to him. I've had mezcal before and I've had tequila, and I would be like, yeah, it's like tequila but slightly smokier. They're both made from the agave plant, so they have similar tastes. That's what you would tell someone, Miss Know-It-All but know nothing, Miss I'm so cultured and been around the world. Gosh, you get on my nerves. Like, if you're gonna know it and tell somebody the truth, and also don't treat it like it's weird. She tried to be like, no, it's okay that you don't know, but she kept looking at the camera like, why doesn't he know what mezcal is? Why are you annoying? Did he ask you that? He's still there. You should be happy he's still there with you, because you're annoying. All right, I'm done. Get on my nerves. So obviously this is not gonna last. This is just gonna crumble. Between her, Henry father, and Brett, who just I hate all the time. I don't even know who worse. They all bad. They are. But let me know what y'all thought. These people get on your nerves. Are they getting on my nerves? Amelia and Benny, super cute and strange and weird and lovely. Karen and Miles being adorable, taking it slow. Amani and Woody going strong right now. I'm hoping it stay good. And you know, Brett and Olivia, this is gonna be toxic. And Christina and Harry, I really think it's gonna be toxic too. She's a terrible, terrible personality. But that is it for my recap and review of Married at First Sight, season 11, episode 4, What Happened Last Night. I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.